Hey, this is Sam Leonard. Now in today's video, what I want to talk about is perspective, because perspective is a huge thing when we're trying to understand human dynamics and trying to have better relationships, better communication with our fellow humans. Because a difference of opinion, it comes down to your perspective and your experience in life and why you might be thinking at a certain level. And this is all very important when we're trying to raise our levels of consciousness, raise our understanding, be more compassionate, and really increase our emotional intelligence as well, because we can, rather than just running off and letting what it is that our opinion, our ego is telling us and trying to prove to ourselves that we're right, trying to, so we can feel significant. It's about actually really trying to think about, why is this person saying this? Where is their perspective? Where is their opinion coming from? Because let's face it, people say things because all they are is communicating their level of awareness of a situation, or based on their previous experience of a similar thing or something that's happened to them in the past. This is where their opinion, their perspective is actually coming from. And taking this into account, we can be a bit more understanding, a bit more compassionate about why it is that someone is saying a certain thing, and not taking things personally, but actually try and understand where they're coming from, because they're just projecting their level of awareness. I mean, if you look at, you can get into of what's the depths of what's wrong and what's right, but again, that's more perspective. You can look at something that's, you might say that, this is definitely wrong, but then you put it into an extreme circumstance where you're defending yourself or your loved ones or your family. You'll be like, well, actually, maybe that is right in that circumstance. There's lots of different things that we would initially think, that's definitely wrong, but if you put it in a different context, an extreme context, you're like, well, actually, maybe it's not. Or based on different experiences, if someone is pushed into a corner, or if someone's extreme values or something is being threatened, then wrong and right, you can see more and more that it is actually just a perspective. So taking this into account, we can be more understanding, we can be more compassionate of others, and really try to listen, not try to just overtalk them, not just try to voice our opinion, just try to change people, just say they agree with us. And this is one of the ways that we fundamentally learn, and we become way more emotionally intelligent as well, because we're coming from a much higher level of consciousness, a much higher level of emotional intelligence, and you get much more out of the communication as well, because the other person can see that you're actually listening, you're not arguing with them, you're actually listening to them and taking it as what they're saying on board. And by doing that, you can also listen, and you can actually put a better perspective on your opinion, because you're not coming from ego, you're not coming from a place of anger or a place of trying to prove you're right. So this is all about really becoming more compassionate, listening, understanding, appreciating that everyone is projecting from their level of awareness, and taking a more calm, non-reactive approach to your communication. And you can get way more out of it when we come from this level, and this, as a result of this raises our level of consciousness. So hopefully you've got some value out of this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.